Parents want only marks. Student wants enjoyment.
Yes.
But the society wants moral values for a person.
What's been one of the toughest challenges you faced in your career?
The toughest challenge, obviously, with the parents. Each and every student should take me as a role model. Using technology is not wrong. You should have a limit for using the technology. According to a principle, skill is important.
After all these years in education and your life journey, what keeps you going every day?
Like the student. By seeing you.
As a school leader, ma'am, what kind of leadership do you try to show to the students and teachers?
First, I should follow the rule.
Hello everyone, this is Invent Talks and I am Tanvir, the founder of Invent Talks, and this is my school, 𝐏𝐻𝐿 Hyderabad branch. This journey of my school has been a very turning point in my life. Today I am here after completing my 10th to have a podcast with my principal ma'am, Ashwini ma'am. Let's move. In the schooling years of my life, this has been a very impactful journey. The lessons they have taught and the value they have instilled in me. I really want to thank 𝐏𝐻𝐿 Hyderabad branch, our principal Ashwini ma'am, our respected teachers and staff members, and even my lovable friends that have taught me rights and wrongs. I'm gonna be honest, this journey of my school was really life-changing for me. From 7th to 10th, whatever I have learned was very changing for me. And I would like to sincerely thank 𝐏𝐻𝐿 management for giving me an opportunity to shoot in the school. So this is my school's 𝐏𝐻𝐿 and it is a Hyderabad branch, and I have studied here from 7th to 10th. As you can see, this is the lobby, and let's go meet my principal ma'am and let's have a podcast. Let's go. Hello everyone, welcome to Invent Talks. I am Tanvir, an ex-head boy and a student of 𝐏𝐻𝐿. Today I am very honored to welcome our principal ma'am on this podcast. This is a very special moment for me, as I have been part of this community and this school.
Thank you, Tanvir. First, I would like to thank you because I have never expected that I do the podcast and that too with my own student.
Thank you.
Feeling great. So shall we start?
Yes, start. So ma'am, can you take us back to your early days in education? What inspired you to become a teacher, later and principal?
Actually, this teacher or principal is not my goal or ambition.
Okay.
Where I have completed my BTech, I have started working in a software job. After marriage, due to some family issues, I have stopped my job. When I went to join my kid in one school, there I have got an opportunity to join as a teacher.
Okay.
From there, I have started my career in 2010. After working 1 year, I had a great experience in that school and I have connected emotionally with the students than with my family. Later, it made me to continue till now. And when I entered into this current school, first as there is no vacancy, I joined as a receptionist.
Okay.
Then I worked as an accountant, then I worked as a coordinator. Finally, after seeing all the post whatever will be there in the school except IMR, I became as a principal.
Okay.
And throughout my lifelong, I want to continue as a principal.
Okay, that's really great ma'am, and a long and inspirational journey I would say, for especially someone who has seen you from this close. So, over the years, how has your idea of what education should be changed, especially how fast the world is moving?
The world is moving very fast. To go along with the world, whatever the child is learning, he or she should connect with the real life. Even the teacher, while she is explaining also, she need to connect with the real life. Because the world is moving very fast. If I get back into my past, where I was reading our 10th or 11th classes, I know trigonometry, I know everything, but I don't know where I'll use this trigonometry, how I'll use this trigonometry, what is the sine theta, cos theta. Okay. But nowadays, even the grade 3 child knows how the world is, where the world is, how I should connect with the world. As it is moving too fast, even we need to upgrade ourselves each and every day.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't think that I'm a principal, I'm a teacher, I know everything. No need to learn from everything, because day to day art are sometimes minute to minute.
Yes, ma'am.
The world is moving very fast.
every time, whatever position might be of us, we always need to be a life learner.
Yes, everyday life learner, what may be the post or what may be the career.
Because from that itself, we improve every day as a human, not only in career.
Yes.
What's one big change you've seen in school over the last few years? How do you think school should deal with this?
In the olden days, like the teacher was explaining orally to the students, where the students will listen it. Then after going home, they'll be reading the textbooks.
Okay.
There itself, the education will end. But current days, when the teacher is explaining, there is visualization and hands-on experience where the students can create more. That really, the education has changed a lot.
Yes, ma'am. Gives them chance to explore more in different...
Yes, to explore many things.
Yes.
But there should be limit for it.
Yeah, ma'am. So these days, people talk a lot about skills versus marks. What do you think matters more in today's world? And how can we balance both?
According to a principal, skill is important. According to a parent, marks are important.
Yes, ma'am.
If we want to balance that, when you are speaking with a student or when we are speaking with a parent, though there is a skill, can you get a seat in IIT or medical if you have a skill without marks? But so marks are important.
Yeah, ma'am.
If you ask me the question, only the marks are important? No, not at all. Because based on these marks, you will not get a job. Whenever you will go for the interview, you will be giving the certificate. The opposite person, he or she will check the marks and keep it aside.
Yeah, ma'am.
But based on the performance in the interview, you will be placed where you are.
Yeah, ma'am.
So skill and marks, both are important. If you have a skill, then you will get marks.
Marks, yes.
You will get marks. Of course, without skill, you will not get marks.
Yes.
So both have to be there for a child.
Yeah, definitely, ma'am. If you had the power to change one big thing in today's current education system, what would it be and why?
I want to change this progress card.
Okay.
And I want to change the question paper pattern. As you know, the rabbit will go very fast, whereas tortoise is very slow.
Yeah, ma'am.
Can we keep the same competition for rabbit and tortoise?
No, we can't.
Nowadays, the question paper is like that. The 30 students, every individual student is great at knowledge, great at them. Everyone is a special child. They're having their own specialities.
Yes.
But you are keeping the equal paper for 30 members and judging on that. Whereas based upon the marks, the parent is judging the student. So question paper pattern and questions need to be changed. At least 2 or 3 sets you should conduct. For Mavericks, one type of question paper, and for remaining kids, one type of question paper. Though you taught same syllabus for everyone, while judging, the paper should be different.
It's not like we are separating the Mavericks or
inference, but judging system should be different. Because though the teacher explains the lesson equally for everyone, the one who is sitting here and receiving will be different.
Yeah, ma'am. So today, even young students are starting businesses, creating apps and building startups. What do you think about this trend, ma'am? And should schools change to support this kind of mindset?
Of course, we should support, but we should see the pros and cons of a student. Suppose because he didn't see the real world. Sometimes knowingly or unknowingly he may invest more money. So even the parents and the school, parents has to support school has to guide him how to go and how to keep that money in the society.
Definitely we need a mentor in life to succeed.
Yes, because many frauds will be going on in the society because of this technology. See, we have never expected until unless we face that situation.
We learn from our actions and whatever we fail, not from just listening.
Yes, sometimes the actions will be good. But coming to the reality, there will be many faults. So you need the parent and the school support for this.
Yes, ma'am. What do you think are the most important skills students should learn, and how, just not in school but in real life?
Moral values. Because parents want only marks. Student wants enjoyment.
Yes.
But the society wants moral values for a person. Though you got 100 out of 100, when you are walking on the road, by seeing your behavior, by how you are respecting to others, how you are walking on the road, where you are walking on the road is also very much important. Can you walk in the middle of the road?
No, that's what.
Right?
Yeah.
So walking on the road, behaving on the road, respecting others, speaking to the other people is very much important. Because that decides where you are, who you are, in which school you are, how your parents are giving support to you, how your family is. Because no one will check your progress card and they'll decide, oh, you got 100 out of 100.
So he might be a
he
good
is very good student. Like this students we need in society. No, of course, it's wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Your behavior is much more important in a society. Nowadays, why the crime rate is increasing? Why these drugs came into existence in the school? Because no one are teaching moral values.
Moral values.
So then, marks, I prefer moral values for a student.
Because we need to be a human
Yes.
then to be for
If
something
you are
else.
good at discipline, if you have moral values, automatically the education will come to you.
Yes, ma'am. Do you feel school should include more real-world learning, like how to handle money, communication skills, and creative thinking?
Yes, of course. Students should know the real world application. For example, if you take math, in the lower grades, they will be teaching the addition, subtractions. Going on the grade, increasing multiplications, divisions, then construction.
Yes, ma'am.
If you're simply explaining on the board without informing the students of the real life, how they will spend money. Suppose they'll go to the shop, they'll give 100 rupees to a shopkeeper and he'll buy for some 40 rupees.
Yes.
Okay? The student should know how much he should get back.
Yeah.
That the teacher has to teach in the class. Real world application is much more important. And coming to the communication skill. If you are not good at communication and you have a subject. So how will you convey that matter? So communication skill is very much important.
Yes.
If you are not good at subject and you are very good at communication skill, how much time you will manage?
Yeah.
So subject, communication, real life, everything is important.
Yes. Because we need to balance everything. We can't just manage our whole life based on our just communication skills.
Yes. If you are good at subject, you will get only job. If you want to become a leader, then you want communication skill. That is the reason many of the people, they are not able to sustain in a many corporate offices. Because there you need to work in a group.
Yes.
When you are working in a group, you should have a skill to convince others. You should have a skill to convey exactly what happened, and even you should have a problem solving skill. If you are not connecting to the real world and if you have only subject, you can just sit in front of the system and you will be good at doing your work.
Yes. You
cannot mingle in a group.
Yes.
So how can you grow? How can you grow and how you will help others to grow?
Yes.
So you will strictly stop that.
We won't bring an impact to the society or even for ourselves.
Yes.
We'll be the same even how many years pass, we'll be on the same stuck at the same level. So ma'am, how important are student roles like head boy, house captains or student council? What do they teach young leaders?
This student council, as we give many opportunities, they learn many things in the school, especially leadership skills, communication skills. On spot, if you get a problem, how can you solve the problem? So they will learn more problem solving skills that they can apply in their real life.
Yes, ma'am.
And even as a principal, if I want to know things from the staff, of course my staff is very good. So sometimes they'll hide some things which they don't want to bring my notice.
Yes.
Maybe I'll shout on them, I'll scold on them. So if I have this student council, I'll know each and every point from the ground level what actually is happening.
Yeah, ma'am.
There I can take or I can make much more improvements in the school.
Yes.
Here the student will get opportunity to learn leadership skills, communication skills, problem solving skills and creative skills. Recently one situation happened, like when the program was going on, suddenly there was a power off.
Okay.
So and the teachers were looking at me, but the student council without any fear, without stopping that there was no power, he is continuing that.
Okay.
That where did he learn? From the before activity.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That skill I have developed in a student council.
From experience we learn.
Yes, from experience. Because we'll give many platforms.
Yes, ma'am.
So here it is not like judging any student on a stage.
Yes,
it is giving chance to him to explore for the new experience.
Yeah, ma'am. Also, when we choose a particular head boy or student council, it also shows an impact on remaining students. Yes, I want to be like them. Why can't I be in their place? It creates a question. So they will improve their leadership skills from seeing other students in a position.
Even my absence also, the student council will run the assembly successfully.
Yeah.
So I feel great for that.
What's your way of handling discipline in school? How do you make sure rules are followed without being too strict?
I can't say that 100% I'll maintain discipline in the school. Grade 1 to grade 8, it's very easy to control the students. Whereas nursery, as they are very small students, they don't know. So there might be some disturbances in the lower grades and adolescents. So they know that they only have done wrong, never they accept that.
They'll try to defend from their
They'll
side.
try to defend, and even parents used to question that. Why the teachers are giving punishment? Is the discipline or the rules are mandatory? Because the rules are made by man. See, though we got independence in 1947, by 1950 we have framed a constitution. We have framed many rules. We have included many rules in that. Why? To get discipline in the country.
Yeah.
If there are no rules, people will behave however they want. Whatever they want.
Yes, ma'am.
But if we have some rules and regulations, then only we can have a discipline. In the same way, in every institute, even it is a school or office, anywhere, there will be some rules.
Yes, ma'am.
Though we may not fulfill 100% of rules, but 99% we need to follow.
Yeah.
We should never deviate the rule. But we can change the rule in some areas.
Like based on the generation or current affairs, we can change the rule but never replace it.
Never ever break the
rules. Yes.
Because in olden days, if you see, punishments will be more in the schools. Nowadays, there are no punishments at all. Maybe that is one of the drawback for the schools where the discipline is lagging. But I am not suggesting to give the punishments. The trend is changing. It's 21st century skill, whereas 19th, 20th century teachers are teaching for the 21st century skill. So here the teacher need to upgrade, as well as the parents need to cooperate for the teachers to get a discipline for a student. Whenever the student is complaining to a parent, he or she, the parent should not support the student and should not support the teacher. The parent should say the student to understand the situation. You try to solve the problem on your own.
They should understand first themselves, then they can tell to the student.
First here the parent should not support the student. If a parent supported the student, then we are lagging a discipline. Because immediately the parent will come and shout at me. Then I should check with the teacher. Then the teacher will think, however, I'll get my salary. Why should I scold the student? Why should I get this complaint? Here parents and teachers together need to get discipline for a student. Not only the teacher, not only the principal, not only the parent. Teacher should upgrade while counseling the student. Parent should not to support the student. And principal has to balance this thing.
Then that only in that environment itself the student grows. Or else it becomes imbalances. As a school leader, ma'am, what kind of leadership do you try to show to the students and teachers?
First, I should follow the rule. Then only I have the right to question a teacher or to question a student. For example, if you take the school timings are 8:10. As a leader, at what time I should come?
Before 8.
Before 8. Then only I can have a right to question my teacher or student. If I come by 8:30, can I have that authority to question a teacher or student? No. As a leader, first I should follow the rules. Then only I can ask the teacher. Even the school uniform or diary, whatever is there, first a leader, while she is implementing a rule, while she is passing a rule, she has to tell why the rule is implemented. What is the intention of the rule? So recently we asked the students to cover the textbook with a transparent sheet and the notebooks with the brown sheet or maroon sheet. So one of the parent and student, they have questioned me why it's mandatory, why it is a rule to cover only with a transparent sheet. Then see, this is not a rule. Why we have kept this? If you cover the books with the transparent, I mean the textbooks, when the student is picking the textbook from the bag, it is very easy for
to
him
recognize
easily and take the book. Right? Whereas notebooks, they'll be writing on the top. For textbooks, there'll be confusion because all will look in the same size, same shape, and every time they'll waste their time. So before keeping a rule or passing a rule, you need to explain the intention of a rule. Why the rule is made. What is the use of rule? What happens if you break the rule?
What changes?
Then you'll become a successful leader. Don't think that I'm a leader and I can pass whatever the rules I want. So before framing a rule or passing a rule, we need to check, is there any use with that rule? Will it change? Will it make any difference in the change? And the intention of a rule is mandatory.
Because without impact, the rule is not worthless.
Simply, if I say this is a rule, this is a rule, then I'll say 100 rules will pass on the circular. No one will follow. That.
Yes, ma'am.
The opposite person should follow the rule when the rule is
correct. Yes, ma'am.
So intention of rule is important.
Yes.
Explaining the intention before passing the rule is
important. Okay, ma'am. So what's the happiest or proudest moment of your journey that still makes you smile?
As a teacher, actually, my journey is superb.
Okay.
Because I'll not get many challenges, right? I'll go to the classes, I'll teach my kids, and I'll conduct the exams, I'll motivate them. So I didn't get any biggest challenges or nothing. It's going on very smoothly.
Okay.
But when I became a principal, I got many challenges. Sometimes when I'm in a dilemma, what to speak with the parents, how to speak with the parents, every day these parents are arguing with me what to do, then our student council helped me a lot. Ma'am, you be sit in your cabin, we know how to speak with the parents,
yes.
Because mostly they are arguing as they are sending late and they are arguing with you. We will stand near the gate and we will explain what happens if you come late. If a student comes late, he or she may miss the assembly.
Yes.
In assembly only most of the points, theme of the months, whatever the events in this month will be explained, right? So the student will miss assembly. If there is no assembly and if you'll go to the class, the main part, the teacher in the introduction itself, she will tell, right?
Yeah.
That also he'll miss. The same point I was conveying from many years to the parents, but they never listened. Though they will listen, they'll say, it's okay, madam, nothing will happen, you can send. But when my student council was standing in front of me and they were telling what problems they will face, then the parent has listened.
Understood, yes.
That day I was just simply standing and looking how my student council will support me. That is the proudest moment in the school.
Really great moment, ma'am, to be frank. Yes.
And one more proudest moment, like when I go outside, they'll be asking with me what I will do. So most of the times I will not say that I'm a principal. Because if I'm a principal, their way of approach will be different. If I'm not a principal, their way of approach will be different. So one time, I didn't keep the helmet. So I didn't keep the helmet. The police person was asking, madam, how come you'll come on the road with the helmet? So is there any for that? Then I said, sir, only to buy the vegetables I came here. Then he said, it's okay, madam, you go. Later, what I said, I'm a principal, madam, thank you, sir. Sorry, madam, no need to pay the and you can go. So I felt proud, but I felt bad. Though I am a principal, normal lady, I should tell her. Because every day I will be teaching the students, right? Yes. Proudest moment when I said I'm a principal, the police person has stand up from his position, respected me, but I learned one thing from that. On the road, I have to follow the route.
Whoever might be traveling, whatever they have to follow the route.
Yes. Because most of the MLAs or some other person, I should not specifically say politicians or principal are. Some people, sometimes they may forget the limit and they will argue with the police. You have done the wrong. You have to follow the route or else pay the fine.
If you could talk to your younger self back when you were just starting your career, ma'am, what advice or a lesson would you have given to?
Actually, my past is very good because I studied in the hostel and everything went on well. If I want to tell, then I should learn more activities because I never had a chance to learn many activities because as the hostel completely education, then marriage, then job, it was going on. But nowadays, when I see the children doing like this videos, and then I feel I have to learn this. Then I'll get opportunity to explore all this. I miss my childhood.
Because that was going in a momentum that there was no time to experience other things.
Yes. Because in a hospital, that facilities will not be there, right? Completely. You have to go to the school and lessons will be taught, and after classes, you have to read activities will be very less. Nowadays, the technology improved. There are many activities. Then I think I should learn during this time. Maybe I have many things explored. I missed many activities.
Ma'am, what's been one of the toughest challenges you faced in your career and how did you deal with it?
The toughest challenge, obviously, with the parents only.
Okay.
Because the students will listen whatever I'll say. I can convince them with one or the other example.
Okay.
But as the parents are paying money, they'll expect more.
Yes.
When you're expecting more, to check back how much time you're spending on it.
Yes, definitely.
So that is the toughest one. Every PTM is the toughest challenge. They will pay the money and they'll ask the question. See, within a time you can pay 1 lakh. But within a minute, can I make the child to learn each and everything?
No.
Yes. So most of the times I was asking and informing the parents in, don't wait till the year end. Monthly wise or 15 days once, you meet the teachers, you check with the teachers how your child is. Please talk to the teacher about the holistic development of a child.
Yes, ma'am.
Not like how many marks I got 23, why 23 in science, why not 25 in science.
Yes, ma'am.
Holistic development. Madam, my child after coming to home completely, he is looking the mobile, he is watching TV, he is not going outside. You please counsel him. In this way, you speak holistic development of a child with a teacher.
Teacher, yes.
Don't focus on him. And don't wait for PT1. Because whenever the lesson is completed, most of the parents, if both are working, they'll not spend time with the child. And at last in the PT1, they'll question. If both are not working, I mean one is working and one may not be working at home, she is busy with the serials and she will simply sign in the diary and they'll complain in the parent
teacher meeting.
That's what. Every day while signing the diary, please check in the diary. Teachers have a day sheet, even principal have a day sheet. Even I'll update my management. I came by 8 o'clock and I leave by 5 o'clock. In between 8 to 5, what I'll do? 8 to 9, I went to so-and-so class, I've taken class. 9 to 10, I went to the ground. 10 to 11, I was speaking with the parents.
Yes.
I have counseled these parents. I was motivating this child.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I have my own day sheet. Even teachers have a day sheet. They'll be writing this period, what I am doing, where I am going, what I am teaching. Student also, they'll be writing in a diary. The first duty of a parent after coming to the home, he need to check the day sheet. You went by 8 o'clock, right, Nana? 3:30 you are coming back to home.
Yes.
So what you are doing between 8:30 to 3:30? Don't ask what the teacher is doing, what the teacher is doing. Is the teacher will watch the mobile?
No.
No. As a student, and you have studied in our school only, right?
Yeah.
At what time the teacher will come? What time the teacher will leave? Exactly by the bell rings.
Yes.
Teacher will come and teacher will leave. Right? She is completely handling the students. The day sheet you need to check with the student. Did you went for games? Today what game you have played? Did you went for yoga class? What you have learned in yoga?
They won't ask these.
Yes, these questions they will not ask.
Yes, ma'am.
Because these studies will not decide your future.
Yes.
Your future depends on your holistic development. So that's what a parent should ask. What is happening in the school? Day sheet.
Yes, ma'am.
How did you have your lunch with any of your friend? What your friend brought?
Or what was
did
the
you
happiest
eat?
moment you spent today?
Yes, today what is the happiest moment? Or which is your bad moment? Unluckiest day. Why it is unluckiest? Did you fight with your friend? Or your friend has scolded you?
Yes.
Did your teacher has appreciated you? Or else did your teacher has appreciated your friend?
Because these small things matter a lot to a student's life.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And finally, they'll sign and they'll come. Even I'll inform to the teacher also, whenever the parent is coming to the parent-teacher meeting, don't simply give a card and tell them your student is standing in the 5th position, your student is standing in a 6th position, or else this time maybe he didn't get the marks, next time he may get the marks. Don't convince them.
Because we
tell
are humans,
truth.
not machines to just place in position. Right?
Tell the truth. This time he may got 6 marks. Don't blindly tell next time he will get 15 marks. Next time also he may get 6 marks. Depending on the situation, depending on the question paper. If the student is regular, maybe student has taken leave, student is not feeling well. Based on everything, it will be right. So even I'll inform my teachers to speak holistic development. See, your child will be sitting so and so place. Your child will behave like this. Whenever I'll ask a question, your student will react like this. Whenever he is going to washroom, he will not come for long time. He'll speak with the friends. Or he's very good at something. He's weak at something. How to overcome this? Even the teacher or a parent should speak the holistic development. This is actually the toughest challenge every day, even I'll face. but I'll handle it and I'll balance
Yes, ma'am.
in my own.
Because these things really matter for a student's life. Because the moments when their parents or teachers reflect on this, they'll be like, oh, is this the way I have been behaving? They question themselves. And that moment they change their perspective and grow. That's where it goes. Has there ever been a student or teacher who taught you something important or unexpected?
Yes, many students have taught me many things. Even I have learned many things from the teachers, including from security. I learned many things.
Yes.
Usually, if there is a difference between mopping with IMA and some other person,
Yes, ma'am.
right?
Yeah, ma'am.
They know that work perfectly.
Perfectly.
Like that, every student or every teacher perfected some things. Recently, two students, there was an issue between the two students.
Okay.
And the time is at 4 o'clock. And even the timer for students, without solving a problem, I have sent.
Okay.
And they were standing on the road. It is far 1 kilometer from the school.
Okay.
And they were sitting on the road and they were fighting there. So at 5 o'clock, I think I was going in the same way. I've seen the students. So they were talking to each other. I have recognized them. So immediately I have stopped my bike and I was checking with them.
Okay.
So I asked them, why you are talking here again? Tomorrow we can solve this problem. They said, Madam, total night I will not sleep. Because that matter may be running in their mind.
Yes.
So I have learned from a student, though it is light, some things where it needs, though time extends, I have to solve their problem.
It has to be done there itself.
Yes.
Because for us it may just seem as a normal problem. But
As
for
a
them-
principal, I thought it is very small thing, I can deal it tomorrow. But if I'm into the shoes of a kid, then I understood how important it is. There I learned from that student, okay, sometimes though it is out of time, I have to solve the problem immediately. If not, it may become serious.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, is there still something big you dream of doing in your career? Something you really want to achieve?
Each and every student should take me as a role model.
Okay, yes. Moving on. As a parent yourself, ma'am, once your child finishes the school, what kind of field or career do you hope they choose?
They have right to choose whatever they want, but most of the parents, they will choose IIT and NEET. But please don't ever prefer that. They may have many opportunities.
Yes.
They may have many dreams, many goals. So never ever ask, you do only this. Because I never expected you will do like this, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I right?
Yeah.
So please don't expect my child, I want to become a doctor, as I didn't become a doctor, I want my child to become a doctor, I didn't become engineer, I want to make my daughter as an engineer. By seeing you, I have shown my daughter, you should become a role model for her.
Okay, definitely, ma'am. Because when we force or keep expectation on a child, when they say they don't want to become that, as a parent, we'll be like, they are not listening to us.
Yes.
Like they feel guilt. What did I do wrong in parenting? Because they question themselves. But that is wrong, ma'am.
Yes. Now they may go to the college, they will study. But their future, I have spoiled their future, right?
Yes. Again, at last, after everything is done, they feel like back then I
Why did
shouldn't
I
have
choose
stopped
this
him.
goal? Why did I become a doctor? Actually, I'm not interested. Even they'll not feel comfortably and they'll not do 100% justice for their role.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, how do you see technology, especially artificial intelligence, changing the way of schools work in the next few years?
Day to day, the technology is improving. Of course, we need to follow it as it is a trend. We need to upgrade yourself, but there should be a limit.
Yes.
I'll tell you one example for this. If you take the reproduction process,
Yes.
usually it will be started in grade 7 classes. When we are listening this reproduction, as we didn't have this technology, we are not exploring new things in the Google. So whatever the teacher has taught, because teacher knows how to taught, where to stop.
Yes.
We were listening that, we never have an idea to cross check it. But nowadays, whatever the teacher is explaining, the student is not limiting that. He or she, after going home, he is exploring new doubts in the Google. Where it is spoiling their career, it is distracting them from the studies.
Because technology...
Some unwanted things, unwanted videos they were seeing. So technology is good. There are many advantages. Apart from advantages, you have 100 disadvantages with technology.
Yes, ma'am.
So whenever you are explaining about technology, you should tell them the limit of a technology.
Technology, definitely.
Where you should use, how you should use.
It's not like we need to stop their curiosity.
Yes.
But we need to show there a limit where they should stop by themselves.
Using technology is not wrong, but you should have a limit for using the technology.
Technology, yes, ma'am.
So yesterday, even one of the parent asked, Madam, the books are heavy. Why the student need to carry? Why can't you make everything in a tab? Is it possible? For the first, the government has to accept
it.
The second thing, the government accepted everything I have dumped in this
Tabs.
and all the students are sitting with the tab. Will they listen to the teacher?
No, obviously they won't.
They won't. And whatever the teacher is teaching, will the student connect in the tab? No. Whatever the teacher is teaching, will he listen?
No. Why do I need to listen teacher when I have Google or ChatGPT myself? I can just ask it without listening there.
If he is having a doubt, he will not check with the teacher. Of course, he will check in the Google one because he is having that facility, right? So there should be some limit while using the technology. Then you can ask me a question. Then you are using the mobile. Office people are using the mobile. They are grown-ups. They know what to do, what not to do.
Yes.
But here they are children. They don't know what to do, what not to do.
And also it doesn't make the children connect with others emotionally or in any way. Because I see in some of the students, they fear to stand up in the front of their classmates itself to speak or ask a doubt. They feel like, what if they laugh at me for asking this question?
Everything they will searching in the Google. Even the relations also will break.
The insecurities will rise because of it.
We have seen many videos in the YouTube and Instagram that the father is sitting with one mobile, mother is sitting with one mobile, kids are sitting with one mobile. There is no bonding between the families. This mobile has replaced the watch. It replaced, it came into families. It replaced calculator, whatnot. It replaced everything.
Ma'am, what's one change or innovation in your school that you really feel that made a difference?
As a part of club activity, last year, like everyone will say, 4Rs, reuse, reduce, recycle. So as a part of club activity, we have implemented an activity in the school. So 1 hour of power cut in all the classes. So in the summer when there was a power cut, the students, they didn't feel it's very difficult and uncomfortable. Even when the parents are feeling like this, the students are saying that it's very easy. Before in olden days there was no power at all. How the people used to live. So don't do too much extras by taking all this. We have learned how to be without power also, a teacher and school talks. So that makes a lot of difference in the kids.
Because that teaches them the value of not having the things even.
Yes. Though there are sources and resources around you, how to live without resources, how to live with the resources, how to limit your resources.
Definitely.
That made a lot of difference in the kids.
If you could share one life lesson to every student listening right now, what would it be?
One life lesson. So whatever may be the life lesson, I don't want the lesson to be taught from the book. Whatever I faced, how I overcome it. The scene I share with the students.
And what message would you like to give to the teachers or principals who might be seeing this video?
Work emotionally, not mechanically. If you see in the offices or corporate offices, wherever, the banks, the person will come, they'll ask a question and they will do the work and you'll be sent. In the school, please don't work like that. Work emotionally. Connect with the student. Know the ideas of a student. Okay? No, please talk with the student. Don't judge him by looking. Sometimes whatever you are seeing is different and whatever running his mind will be different. So please check with him, talk with him. Don't simply ever blindly shout on student, shout on any other person, including me. See, when I see from here, whatever I am seeing in the camera will be absolutely different from whatever was going on in the classes is different. Here I should not simply decide why this teacher is roaming continuously, what she is doing it. If I go there and see, then I will come to know what actually is going on. So mechanically I should not work. Emotional, connect with the student, know about him, behave according to the situation. So work emotionally, not mechanically, like banks and offices.
Definitely no.
Because school is a second family for students.
Yes.
Most of the time they'll spend in the school. Then home sometimes, because in the home, most of the time they sleep. Only few hours only they spend with the parents. 50% they'll spend in the school, 30% for sleeping, only 20% they'll spend with the family. So school is a second family for a student, where he can share his or feelings to the teacher or co-friends. So please give time to them.
Because this should be a place where every student need to open up freely.
Yes.
Because if they can't open up here, not at home, then where can they get too much in the brains of teens?
Yes, this recently the school was reopened. On the reopening day, in the assembly, I was asking the students, like, shall I give summer holidays? They were saying, no ma'am, we want the school to be reopened, every day we'll come. Then I asked, what's the problem? Nicely you can sit at home and enjoy the parents. Then they said, no madam, we are not time with the parents. They are continuously asking us to do that, to do this, to write this. See, there is no bonding even between the family. Here I will not point out the parents because they are busy with their
Yes.
right? Without going to the office, they can't spend complete time with students.
Whatever they are doing for the child itself.
Yes. So even the kids are liking to come for the school. They are spending 50% in the school.
Yes.
So that's the reason it's maybe a teacher or principal work emotionally, not mechanically. And coming and doing my work and living.
Yes. Lastly, after all these years in education and your life journey, what keeps you going every day?
Like the student, by seeing you. So by seeing you, I thought, okay, throughout my life, I should continue as a principal because by seeing you, you are reflection to me, right?
Yes.
Once upon a time, you are my student. Maybe you will become IAS officer and future, maybe the chief minister of the state or prime minister of a country.
Yes.
So then our kids will be reflecting in the society after 10 years, right? So that made me to continue in this field.
Okay. So that's it for this today's podcast. It has been very proud and inspiring story of yours, ma'am. And thank you for your special time in these busy schedules. You have given for me an opportunity to come here, express, let me shoot, and supporting me from my back. My parents are supporting me, and you have been supporting me. I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
Even thank you very much, Tanvi, for giving this opportunity. When first of all, I should appreciate your parents because recently you have done with your grade 10.
Yes.
And I thought you will be joining in one or the other college and going on with the same intermediate syllabus. But differently you talk and you have taken this as a challenge.
Yes.
For this challenge, most of the parents will not accept. You should feel grateful for your parents.
Definitely, I'm very grateful for my parents and their unflagged support.
Yes. Grateful for your parents. And even in future also, I would like to do many podcast videos.
Yes,
with
definitely.
Even I have learned many things from you, which you have shared with me. That definitely I'll implement and I'll speak with my students and I'll change the school.
You also taught many things to me now. It's been a great journey. I have studied in this school. I've been part of the student council as a house captain, then as a head boy. I've been close to you even. I've seen how you work and your confidence. Even though when something messes up, how you step up front to take the charge. I really learned many things from you too, ma'am.
Okay.